ते अनंत शिव
Namaste, Sitaram. A pleasant good morning to you. Thank you for joining us for another segment of Rudraaya. I am your host, Nisha Sharma, and Rudraaya is being brought to you with the kind compliments of Rudraaya November, located at 858 Tapscott Road, Unit 48 in Scarborough. The Christmas season is upon us, and I'm sure that, like myself, many of you are trying to get your Christmas shopping done before the rush. So this morning, you've actually started your morning very well by waking up with us this early. So without further ado, we will join our spiritual leader, Pandit Ravi Sharma, for a religious message. Enjoy.
Om Karabindu Sanyuktam Nityam Dhyayanti Yoginam Kamaram Mokshadam Chaiva Om Rudraaya Namaha Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Dear devotees, once again, it gives me great pleasure to be here in the company of your home on Rudraaya. Again, where we come and we become inspired to share some of the subtle truths as enshrined in the Holy Scriptures. And so on these mornings themselves, we've chosen different verses taken from various aspects of the Holy Scriptures. And so the question was asked that what is the true nature of the dear Lord God? And last week we explained that the true nature of the God is that when he hears the incessant cry of the devotees, he will certainly come and respond to our prayer. And so understand that the Lord God himself is not some being itself who's situated perhaps in some heavenly place or some white kingdom, as many will tend to visualize, seated upon a throne. But the Lord God, as Bhagavan Krishna indicates, Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam, meaning that the Lord himself is within each and every one of us, seated within the thrones of the heart. He is called as the Self, as he explains to Arjuna. He is called as the Paramatma, or the Lord of the Atma, or the soul. And so he's explained by the yogis themselves as pure chitta, or pure consciousness. And so the Lord himself pervades the entire world that is called as Jagata. We listen in this verse from Gita. Jai Jai Radhe Krishna, Jai Jai Radhe Krishna, Jai Jai Radhe Krishna, Jai Jai Radhe Krishna.
Jai Radhe Krishna, Jai Jai Radhe Krishna, Jai Jai Radhe Krishna, Jai Jai Radhe Krishna.
Maya tatmidam sarvam jagadvyaktam muhurtina matsani sarvabhutani cham deshavastita. Jai Jai Radhe Krishna, Jai Jai Radhe Krishna, Jai Jai Radhe Krishna, Jai Jai Radhe Krishna.
Jai Radhe Krishna, Jai Jai Radhe Krishna, Jai Jai Radhe Krishna, Jai Jai Radhe Krishna.
Jai Jai Radhe Krishna, Jai Jai Radhe Krishna. In this world, the self that has been created itself by me in chapter 9, verse 4, the Lord indicates that this is just part of my unmanifested state. And so, while all beings themselves exist within me, I also exist within all. It is said that there are two aspects of the dear Lord God. One is called as Sakara, and one is called as Nirakara. Sakara Roop, Nirakara Roop. Nirakara Roop itself means the form of the Lord that the yogis themselves meditate upon consciousness, upon bliss. This is called as the Lord Himself without form. And then we have the forms of the murtis that you have in your altar, enshrined in the temple inside, all the holy pictures themselves. This is what we call as Sakara Rupa, meaning that we see the form, the image of the dear Lord God, as how when we visualize. And so the question is asked that, do you not consider yourself to be most blessed? Every time we go towards the mandir or we look at the pictures of the dear Lord God, we should think in such manner that, Lord Prabhu, we are most blessed and we are most fortunate that you have allowed us again to see your divine form. Devotees, the Lord indicates to Arjuna, when Arjuna asked the dear Lord, Lord, is it possible that I can see your universal form? And so the Lord indicates with the physical eyes, you will not be able to. But only when you have divine eyes, when you can see the true spirit itself and the true goodness of others, then only consider yourself as ultimately or twice blessed or triple blessed or quadruple blessed. Consider yourself as ascending the ladder of spirituality. Devotees, when our spiritual growth itself has reached its climax, and it seems that is there any much more it can go? How do you measure your spiritual growth? May I ask you? Question yourself and ask yourself this question. How will you measure your spiritual growth? Is there some type of barometer itself? Is there some type of instrument that we can measure how spiritually inclined each and every one of us are? Devotees, the more that we tend to feel the pain of others, the more that we want to see others themselves prosper, and consider that you are ascending the ladder itself of all spirituality. Devotees, in defining spirituality, this is one of the means and the methods that the sages and saints they indicate on how we should measure our spiritual growth. Devotees, again, as I conclude at this point here, I want to thank you for tuning in to Rudraaya. And I want to invite you all to continue to tune in to all the different Saturdays at 7:30, the comfort of your home, where we come and we bring some of the subtle teachings that's enshrined. And we'd also like to invite you to come to all of our different services that we have. At the end of the program, you will see the different times and so forth, and you will hear about it. Or you can visit our website itself that tells you more about the different programs and stuff that we are having.
दयानी दिगति तेरी लकी न परे दयानी दिगति तेरी लकी न परे दयानी दिगति तेरी लकी न परे एक गौर जो दे दवे प्रकोसो हरि लोकत रे और हमासो हरि लोकत रे को दिन गौर राजा नृगदीनो स्वभाव गोप परे दयानी दिगते तेरे लकिन परे दयानी दिगते तेरे लकिन परे दयानी दिगते तेरे लकिन परे.
And so it is indicated that as I end off at this point, I will continue. So we want you to tune in back towards next week Saturday, the continuation of this. Daya nidhi ghatti teri lakki na pare. Ek gaur jo det vipra ko so hari lokatare. That when it is said that one comes and gives one cow, it is said that heaven is given towards this individual itself. But there was a king who was called as Raja Nriga. And Raja Nriga, he gave 1,000 cow and he didn't end up in heaven when he died. but he ended up in Hell. He ended up in Naraka. And if you want to hear more about this, we invite you to come and tune in next week and join with us as we'll continue about a beautiful message on this program, Rudraaya. Om Akasham Gaddam Doyam Yata Gacchati Sagaram Sarvadeva Namaskaram Geshavam Pratigacchati Om Shanti 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 Hari Om.
If you're looking to buy, sell, rent, or invest in real estate, look no further. Nigel Mohan, the #1 sales rep in Toronto. Nigel comes with over 18 years of experience and a proven track record. Nigel offers flexible commission rates for sellers, and he is committed to ensuring his clients obtain the highest level of service. Contact Nigel now for a free consultation at 416-587-8638. A special occasion or make one of your dreams come true? Then visit Rudraaya Banquet Hall, conveniently located just off the 401 East at 185 Wesley Road South in Ajax. Elegantly appointed in creams and golds, the facility now caters to every nationality. To reserve your special occasion, call now at 905-426-7692 or visit Rudraaya's website at www.rudraaya.ca. Electrical and auto body needs, contact Kevin at Final Touch Automotive Body Shop. Located at 32 Bryden Drive in Toronto, Final Touch specializes in collision repair and restoration services for all types of vehicles. With staff of over 25 years of experience, Final Touch Automotive Body Shop is a one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs. Call Kevin now at 416-566-8856 to book an appointment.
Welcome back to Rudraaya. At this point in time, we will listen to a beautiful bhajan by one of our youths of Rudraaya November, Devon Ragbir Singh. Enjoy.
सखी बाजे पग पैजनी सखी बाजे पग पैजनी सखी बाजे पग पैजनी पैजनी सखी बाजे पग पैजनी सखी बाजे पग पैजनी पैजनी सखी बाजे पग पैजनी सखी बाजे पग पैजनी सखी बाजे पग पैजनी ना 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 बाजे मोहन पग पैजनी ना 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 बाजे मोहन पग पैजनी निराली सोहे मन मोहे जिया डोले हमें प्रणाम नियतान तान मारे जो बान गए हरि गान मुरली की तान कर मधुर गान संग बाज पकावज धन न न न न जना न न न न न बाजे मोहन पग पैजनी जन न न न न न न न बाजे मोहन पग पैजनी बाजे सस नि नि द ध प प रे म नि द प म ग रे ग रे सा धा धा कीर्ता धा धा कीर्ता धा धा कीर्ता चरण धरन धरत पाद पर नहीं जाजर जन के जनन न न न तन न न न न न न बाजे मोहन पग पैजनी जनन न न न न न न बाजे मोहन पग पैजनी काली बन वाली चबिनी राली सोहे मन मोहे जिय डोले हमें प्रणाम नियतान तान मारे जो बान है गई जान मुरली की तान करे मधुर गान संग बाज पखावज धन न न न न जन न न न न न न बाजे मोहन पग पैजनी सप्त सुरन दीन ग्राम बंसी बाजे ससनी नि ध प प रे म नि द प म ग रे ग रे सा धा कीर्ता धा कीर्ता धा कीर्ता चरण धरन धरत पाद पर नहीं जाजर जन के जनन न न न तन न न न न न न न बाजे मोहन पग पैजनी जनन न न न न न न न बाजे मोहन पग पैजनी पग पैजनी पग पैजनी पग पैजनी
If you're looking to buy, sell, rent, or invest in real estate, look no further. Nigel Mohan, the #1 sales rep in Toronto. Nigel comes with over 18 years of experience and a proven track record. Nigel offers flexible commission rates for sellers, and he is committed to ensuring his clients obtain the highest level of service. Contact Nigel now for a free consultation at 416-587-8638. A special occasion or make one of your dreams come true? Then visit Rudraaya Banquet Hall, conveniently located just off the 401 East at 185 Westney Road South in Ajax. Elegantly appointed in creams and golds, the facility now caters to every nationality. To reserve your special occasion, call now at 905-426-7692 or visit Rudraaya's website at www.rudraaya.ca. For electrical and auto body needs, contact Kevin at Final Touch Automotive Body Shop. Located at 32 Bryden Drive in Toronto, Final Touch specializes in collision repair and restoration services for all types of vehicles. With staff of over 25 years of experience, Final Touch Automotive Body Shop is a one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs. Call Kevin now at 416-566-8856 to book an appointment.
My dear viewers, welcome back to Rudraaya, and I know that the Christmas season is upon us, so there are many festive occasions that we are attending, and we will be eating to our heart's content. So next week, we will join on our health segment. Dr. Sachin Ramkisoon has a very special segment where he will be speaking about eating healthy. So for now, we will join him for our health segment, Dr. Sachin Ramkisoon.
Sitaram, and welcome to this week's edition of Health Corner on Rudraaya. My name is Dr. Sachin Ramkisoon, and on today's episode, we will be talking about bone health. Many of us may not think of the importance of bone health, but it is an often forgotten health topic that everyone should be aware of, not just older individuals. Our bones are continually changing. New bone is made while old bone is broken down. Our bone density, which is a measure of the thickness of our bones, steadily increases when we are younger to a maximum bone density around the age of 30. After this point, there's a gradual decrease in bone density, sometimes leading to very weak bones known as osteoporosis. This means that the higher the bone density is at the age of 30, the less likely you are to develop osteoporosis as you age. This is why it is never too early to think about bone health. There are many factors that affect the rate of bone building and therefore affect bone density. These include your calcium and vitamin D intake, your level of physical activity, your gender, size, ethnicity, being postmenopausal, being a smoker, having high thyroid levels, gastrointestinal disorders, and certain medications, such as steroids. If your bone density decreases below a certain threshold, this is defined as osteopenia. If it continues to weaken, then this falls into the osteoporosis range. Osteoporosis itself has no symptoms, but the main consequence is the increased risk of fractures. These osteoporosis fractures can occur in situations that would not normally break a bone. Therefore, these fractures are called fragility fractures. Common fragility fractures occur in the hip, the vertebrae, wrist, and ribs, and can occur from otherwise small, benign falls or even coughing too hard. Those with osteoporosis may also develop a loss of height as vertebrae compress, and also results in the stooped posture that we're all familiar with. So, what can you do to help prevent the development of weak bones later in life? The overall strategy is to increase your bone density to the highest point possible by the time you are in your 30s, since it steadily decreases after this. If you are over the age of 30, then your strategy is to slow down the rate of bone loss as much as possible. This can first be done by ensuring adequate calcium and vitamin D intake. Adults should have 1,000 milligrams of calcium every day, and this increases to 1,200 milligrams daily for postmenopausal women and men over the age of 70. The adequate level of vitamin D is in the range of 600 to 800 international units daily. These can both be found in common foods, but to get adequate amounts of these nutrients often requires daily supplements. The next is to increase weight-bearing and muscle strengthening exercises, since this increases the stress on the bones, making them stronger over time. Smoking cessation and limitation of alcohol can also help with bone density. Some studies also indicate that excessive soft drink consumption increases the risk of osteoporosis. If you are diagnosed with osteoporosis, then your doctor may start you on medications to help reduce the loss of bone density. Bone health becomes very important later in life, but it is often ignored when we're younger. This is unfortunate, since it is in our younger years that we can do the most to ensure healthy bones and minimize the risk of osteoporosis and fragility fractures. Thank you for joining me today on Health Corner, and I look forward to seeing you again next week on Rudraaya.
My dear viewers, we have come to the end of another segment of Rudraaya. We would like to thank our kind sponsors at Rudraaya November, as well as our executive producer, Gari Khan. We thank you for joining us today on Rudraaya. We look forward to seeing you again next week. Please be sure to visit our mandir and remember our services. Sunday morning service starts at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Monday nights, Tuesday nights, and Friday nights from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. So when you're free, please be sure to join us for for special prayer. For more information on our services, please visit our website at www.maharujadevmandir.com, or please send us your feedback and comments at maharujadevmandir@gmail.com. Till we meet again next week, have a blessed week. Namaste.
टूटे ना प्रीत तिहारी दाता, टूटे ना प्रीत तिहारी, टूटे ना प्रीत तिहारी दाता, टूटे ना प्रीत तिहारी, टूटे ना, टूटे ना। जब से तुमने नेह लगाया, मन में अपना आप बुलाया, मन में अपना आप बुलाया। जब से तुमने नेह लगाया, मन में अपना आप बुलाया, तन में मन में इन सांसों में तू ही कृष्णा मुरारी मुरारी। टूटे ना प्रीत तिहारी दाता, टूटे ना प्रीत तिहारी, टूटे ना प्रीत तिहारी दाता, टूटे ना प्रीत तिहारी, टूटे ना, टूटे ना। मेरे